Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. What up, Dustin? Well, you know what, Mark? This is my new life. I was saying that today. I was like, because I got up this morning expecting to go live sometime today, but throughout the day, just stuff happened and stuff happened. And like, I had a plumbing problem. Then I had hopefully it's not a bad termite problem, but I had just a whole bunch of stuff just happened. And now everybody's asleep and I can get on the stream. So it might be like this at night, but hey, ain't it better if I hop on at night, like every night, every other night or whatever? And then the best thing is now that I've moved out here, what's up, Kevin? Now that I've moved out here to the back, I can go, nobody can hear me. Late night streams. What's up, Callie? How are y'all? Wait a minute, I didn't think that many people would be here this quickly. I thought I was gonna have to play a few minutes before y'all come. What do y'all think's going? What are y'all feeling right now? You got up from work? Yes, I do. Barbara, that's just why. This is the reason why I've been holding out and stringing for people like you to come. Yes, David Barber, hit the little the barcode, and I'll be in the chat in a few minutes. That'll take you straight to the Manly's chat. My goodness, Matt is there. B Fort came. I don't know where B Fort is. B Fort came. There's a lot of old heads in there. A lot of them. Shango After Dark. It used to be Morning with Shango. Now it's Shango After Dark. I think I like Shango After Dark. I'm ready for tomorrow. MVP Nation says Eagles win 34-23. It's either going to be we win a close one or they win by a lot. That's me. That's my version of going out there. I'm feeling good. You know, this is how I'm feeling about the season. This season is kind of like losing T.O. Do y'all remember when we lost T.O. and we came together and Miles Austin and we made up for T.O. nicely during the regular season. But during the playoffs is when we needed that monster. That's why I said that before. With Micah, I think we can get through the season pretty much the same we would have with Micah. It's just now when we get to the playoffs, we need a monster. I got a feeling Superman Dak's gonna carry us to a win too. I do too. But the only thing that ain't bodied, common sense brings me down. Like I think that's my little cowboy homerism that's doing that, because in my mind I'm like, okay, we always start. That's why I say we're not gonna blow them out. We always start slow because we don't play a snap during the preseason. So there's never a time when the Dallas Cowboys come out into the season and they come out punching. I expect that from Philadelphia because they played their guys. We didn't. So our game is going to pretty much start at halftime. And then I think Dak and them, they're going to get their stuff going and get their NFL legs on it. But the first half, I dread watching the first half. You feel like a close. I feel like a close shootout too. That's why I say D13 Nation. That's why I said either they're gonna start slow and come back and have a close game, or they're not going to be able to recover, and the Philadelphia Eagles will be during they'll be celebrating with their rings. And see, you gotta mess up their day, man. Yeah, CD in 3. Oh man, I like that. JD from DC, CD in 3. I love that. CD in 3. I love that. Yeah, well, I don't think we can avoid the slow start, JD. I mean, they're just not going. They hadn't been playing, and Hurts played during the preseason, didn't he? Didn't Hurts play during the preseason? Also, you're right, Ain't said common sense also says Dak owns the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. You're absolutely right. 24-20, I like that. Just a win. Upset special. The backpack is right over there in the corner, Tipsy. It's right behind that chair. And I was going to pull it out if I need to be. So, yes, I have the backpack ready. I like it out here, man. I'm excited to see offense, Callie. Look, to be honest, I'm excited for this season. I don't want anybody to get hurt, and we're going to have a fun season. We're going to be in some games. We're going to lose some games. But I in no way expect us to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to be like, when we lose games, I'm not going to lose my mind because I don't see, like, it's not messing up the end for me. Now, if we get to the end, that'll just be better. But I have zero expectations for this team to go further than one round of the playoff. Dak 33-8 career against the NFC East. Yeah, man, this offensive line has to come together, man, because Dak will die. But Dak, he has to also, which I was telling somebody that today earlier. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Wait, I hate what I missed. I forgot what I thought. Oh, hold on. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, for Dak to survive. I was telling somebody earlier that they asked someone who was the hardest quarterback to sack, and they were expecting them to say Lamar Jackson or somebody that was like that. But they said the hardest quarterback for them to sack was Tom Brady, and it was because he got that ball out of his hand so fast. So I think Dak needs to, if he hasn't been working on that, and now he has a reason to be able to get his ball out of his hands really fast. He can just throw it at Pickens. He can just throw it at him. You know what I'm saying? And either Pickens is open or he's going to outman you to the ball. And maybe, the chance of an interception is a lot less than when we threw it at Brandon Cooks versus Green Bay in the playoffs. No, yeah, Dion, I still think we can make the playoffs. I really do. And it's simply because, and you have to think, again, this is my common sense mind. My common sense mind says last year we really were close to making the playoffs. We ended up right there in the middle with 7 wins, and we all were like, please don't beat the Commanders there at the last game. Remember the last game of the season when we could have beat them? We were like, please don't mess up our draft pick because so just adding Dak on top of that, that's playoffs to me. Oh yeah, we all know how this is gonna go, and it's even worse to me, Dez. I said it's gonna be now. This team is going to have to be carried by Dak Prescott. It's not going to be carried by the defense. It can't be carried by wide receivers without a quarterback. and the running game is just hopefully a serviceable running game. Hopefully we'll be better than serviceable at the running game. That's what I hope. I like our running backs, so I hope we can be a little better than that. But Dak is what is going to do it for you this year, and he's gonna have probably a good season this year, get you to the playoffs, and then when we get to the playoffs, Dak is not simply enough to win games by himself, which the media will expect him to, and the team will fail, and it'll be all his fault. Happens every year, man. Facts Only said, we need your high hopes. It's no fun if y'all aren't disappointed. Let me put these comments on the screen. What am I doing? Hold on just a second. I've been working on this setup for days, y'all. Let's see. Right here. Showing stream. There we go. There we go. That's better. D Nation says, I think we're going to win between 10 and 13 games this year. Me too. I'm around there. That's a big window, D Nation. But I'm around 11, 12. Ceiling is 12, floor is 8. I say the floor is 9. Ceiling is 12, floor is 9. Cowboys and Super Bowl. I can't believe you put Cowboys and Super Bowl in the same sentence. Yeah. It's just that we're confused. Like, yeah. I'm worried about the state of this football team. Anybody, where are we? Like, I don't think people get so into their side of an argument. They just focus on their side of the argument. And when I was complaining about us getting rid of trading away Micah, it's not because of Micah. I mean, I really, that's why I was numb when the trade happened. I was numb toward Micah. Micah could go. I would prefer to keep someone of that talent. But if he was going to go, I was going to be fine with it. I just wanted it to be done at the right time. And you cannot tell me to trade your best player hours before the season start is the ideal time to trade him. And you can't tell me the compensation we got for our best player was the best that we could get for Micah Parsons. You can't argue those 2 points to me. You can argue, he only got 1 sack, all that other stuff you can argue that stuff, but you can't tell me this was the right time to do it and this was the best compensation we could have got for him. Just that simple. Vegas got us at 67. I might send Vegas $1 in the morning. No, excuse me. I don't bet. No, I really don't. You seriously don't see us winning over 9 games? No, I'm not. No, you're not crazy. You know, first you got injuries. If something happens to Dak, we definitely won't win 9 games. The fact that we're going to have shootouts with teams, that's another thing, though. The other offense is going to have to be really powerful to outscore our offense. We have an offense that if we have the ball at the end of the game, we're going to score. So you're going to have to somehow be able to play some extremely high defense to beat our offense and score on us as well. So it's not like we messed up. We're in a messed up position. We're supposed to win every Super Bowl. And that's another thing. You remember the Bengals game last year? We really should have won that game as well. So we really, honestly, we ended up with 7, but could have won the Bengals game and could have won the Commanders game. So that's 9 games that team last year could have won. I don't know. Is Overshown back? Please, somebody answer. That's a good question. Everything is going to be Dak's fault and me. Exactly. No, that was last year during Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay literally scored on the Cowboys on almost every drive, and the Stephen A. Smiths of the world said, "Dak's got to do more. You're making all the money. You got to do more." I didn't see him up his game when he got his big contract. Is Stephen A. Smith better? Is he any better since he got his big contract? Nope. How you expect other people gonna change their game just because of money? Overshown's out like half the season. Okay. I thought he was coming back early. I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was that long. Austin, his last. That should have won MVP. I mean, come on, guys. Go back and look at his last full season. His last full season. Don't look at last year. Last year was he should have not. I was begging him. If you people can attest to that. I was begging Dak not to take one snap last year with that football team because that football team was so bad. With that running back, excuse I'm not going to talk about him, but with the running backfield we had last year compared to the backfield we got this year, the wide receivers last year compared to the wide receivers this year, it's like night and day. I no, that's what I'm saying. I don't get me wrong. The defense isn't better without Parsons, but I think they might play better. They might come together and play like a team or something else. This is a team game. This is the ultimate team sport. So we might get that performance. It's just, and I expect us to get a pretty good performance. It's just that when we get to the Super Bowl, when we get to the playoffs, we better find a dog. We better have cultivated a dog on our defense by then. Yep, exactly. Dak got robbed for Lamar, and then Lamar got robbed for Josh Allen. So next year, Josh Allen should get robbed for Dak or somebody else. Yeah, that's the thing. Thomas Decky, do you remember? I got a great example for you for that. Remember Amari Cooper when Amari Cooper and they had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Gallup, and Gallup was nasty. But as soon as Amari Cooper left, we never saw that Gallup again. I know it's injuries and stuff, but we never saw nearly that Gallup again that we were so excited about. But that Gallup was so good because the defense was focused so much on CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, and now that's going to be the same thing. They're going to focus on all of them, and it's a little more dangerous because we got Turpin, and if he can catch the ball, just kidding, Turp, you good. But Turpin with the ball is almost a touchdown, in open space in the middle like that. Austin, see, that's another thing that Austin says. Dak stacks are very misleading. A lot of garbage yards. It's just like Dak is the only guy in the NFL that gets garbage stats. Nobody else gets the garbage stats but Dak, and that's ridiculous. That if garbage stats is like a real thing, then week in and week out, quarterbacks should be coming up with 300 and 400-yard games with garbage stats, and they don't. So no, it takes a good quarterback to get those to complete those passes, even when you're trying to come back in games. That's just another narrative they push. Like everything just gets easy. Easy win versus the Eagles. I like that, Nicholas Norman. Do you think we look to trade the Packers picks this season to make a run this year? Wait a minute. Trade the Packer picks in season. I was thinking about the Eric. Eric says, do you think we should use these Packer picks in season to make a run this year? it's just like, Eric, I don't understand, because it was like we loaded up for a run and we had this much of a chance of a run. You know what I'm saying? We had just like this much chance of a run. And now we kind of took our best player out of the picture, which makes it a lot harder. Let's just say that. I'm saying we can't do it or anything. It just makes it a lot harder. So I'm like, I feel like we need to do something. Right off the bat, I don't know what it is. You know, maybe I don't know what it is that we can get to add to our team that would be more than what Parsons added to our team. But we need to add something. Jason said if Micah gets Defensive Player of the Year and the Packers make a deep player offer, I'm gonna crash out. That's very possible, because what's going on in Green Bay is very similar to what happened in Denver when we let go of DeMarcus Ware, but Ware was on the back end, and Von Miller was on this front end in his career, and they were unblockable. They were literally unblockable. So what's happening in Green Bay with Gary and Micah? They're going to be unblockable. Period. It's just like, Jason. It's like, how you pay a quarterback six. Now you really shouldn't have paid. Now I'm still really mad at Dak for coming back and them paying $60 million for the quarterback while we're in a rebuilding phase. You just want to make money. That's why you're paying Dak, because Dak's to you in a business sense, in the salary cap, that's a lot of money that Dak is making. But in the business sense, to pay Dak $60 million, stay semi-relevant, and then let him be the lightning rod for the media, so you can stay in the media every week, so everybody go Dak, Dak, Dak. You know I'm telling the truth. If I dang type something about Dak Prescott, I get hits. Dak, the NFL lose, the Dallas Cowboys lose, it's Dak, 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 all over the internet. So he is like a money-making machine. So that $60 million that Dak insures Jerry's $10 billion a year. Let that sink in. They added a DT. That's right, anybody. They added a good one. Yep, he's making the money. He's doing it. I mean, and if you notice during that whole rant, did I say the Dallas Cowboys are interested in winning a Super Bowl? There's nowhere in that formula that the Dallas Cowboys have that will to win the Super Bowl is there. Dak makes a lot of money, keep us relevant. After wins and losses, he lights up the internet. Click, 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 click. Jerry Jones, another $10 billion. He should have got out of Dallas. I even made a little AI song like, "What you gonna do, Dak? Get out, Dak." No. Now we're stuck with Dak. Some picks. Nah, whatever. Tanking for whips. No, I'm not. No, you don't tank. I can't lose on purpose, Nicholas. That goes against my thing. But there is a thing that you get those studs early. You get those studs. I knew somebody would come in here with that Archie Manning crap. Hey man, no. Me Archie Manning, no. Did you not watch the game this weekend? This is the most confused and conflicted I've ever been in a fan to Ty. I don't even know. You don't know how to feel at this moment. I mean, we'll be good tomorrow when the game and they come and they hit and we see the uniforms and it's the first game of the season. We'll all feel that good feeling, but we don't know, man. We if they start winning, we're not going to believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a very, very, very weird place. Tanking for Archie Manning. No. Yeah, little Archie played like dog water. I don't know, man. The wrong things came out about Arch. See, it's like anybody. I'm gonna explain why. There's context to this Arch Manning thing. All right. Now, Arch Manning, he did not have a good show, but if Arch Manning, had this resume in high school where he was just like this phenom, like I don't know if you heard about how good Trevor Lawrence was in college and all that kind of stuff. If he had that kind of thing to make him become that 5-star and not his name to become his 5-star, that would have been one thing. And then we know how bad Quinn Ewers is. Quinn Ewers. We know how bad he is. He couldn't beat him out. And when you see a thing like that, you think about all that other stuff. If he came out and just was crazy, great, then we wouldn't have thought about nothing that he never beat Quinn Ewers out. Quinn Ewers out. But I don't know. Oh, Dak can definitely win a Super Bowl. Yeah, exactly. I don't see it happening. That could have won a Super Bowl. Maybe he has some years after this next contract with somebody else, but he's got to go after this contract. He's got to go. I wish the tissue pusher got me too, man. Drew Allen's got a big arm. Uh, Cowboys hater Herder says, UT fan Arch ain't it? Yeah, it's just and I know you want to say. I want to say, man, because the people say it was Ohio State defense. It was against Ohio State defense. Yeah, but a lot of those were just like they were miss. They were throws that would just miss. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the defense made a play on all these plays or whatever. Now, he dropped a couple of dimes now, for real. But Lenoris is easily aimbody. Lenoris is easily the best quarterback in college football. And my hope for a Dak replacement. No, we did. Hey, I don't. You can't say many quarterbacks, especially around that window that we got Dak Prescott that we should have got that would have been better than Dak Prescott. Not a phenom. You know what I'm saying? When we got Dak Prescott, when we drafted him, any of those quarterbacks around the time that Dak Prescott was drafted, I don't see not one of them doing better than Dak. And the only one that's doing as well as Dak now is Goff. And that's now. He wasn't always this Goff because he didn't always have this roster. Lenoris is awesome, man. Sure enough. And I want both of them. I want Nick Harbor and Lenoris. Oh, man, I'm so sorry for you, Tide. They're dunzos. Hey, Florida State, Tony Sosa. Breathe. Think about Florida State, what Florida State did last year and what Florida State is doing now. Okay? You can come back. Peyton said I knew it was adopted. Oh, the internet had a fun time with with Arch's game. Yeah, Dak is better than Goff. I would take Dak 100 times before Goff. But Goff is playing well still. I'm not gonna take away from Goff. Roster. LSU winning the title easy. You think so? I know my team this year, of course, because I'm doing it with uh, my NCAA team, but I am Notre Dame this year, and my Irish lost first game. Not cool. What round do I think Cade Klubnik goes in the draft? I think he goes like maybe second or third round, but he probably. I'm not a big Cade fan, Marcus. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. I'm just gonna say I'm not his fan. No, man. I don't like crowds, facts only. This is how I like to watch the game. No, I've been working on this room. So I've got this side all set up really nicely. My game camera is going to be that one. I don't know if you can see it. That one, and then there's another camera over there in front of the television, which is going to be probably my main camera when I'm sitting right there. And then I'll have this camera turned that direction. So we'll work on that in the morning. Favorite Shango rant? The Alex. I remember the Alex band was really that was downstairs in the first house we bought here in California, and it was like spur of the moment. And I never liked him. You know, he's like that guy we got right now over there at the same position. Yeah. I get the same vibes from the guy we have right now, JD. On the right side. Oh, those Penn State running backs look good. The Notre Dame running backs look good too, man. They just didn't have a good game. TCU. Man, you see those memes of Bill's girlfriend looking at TCU coach? The internet is a cruel place. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. Y'all, no, please. Y'all, no. Thanks, facts only. The TCU running backs look like a track team. Hey, man, that Seahawks rant got me on my on that Kendrick album, man. It couldn't be that it's just like that's my life thing right there. Cowboys win, total 7.5. No, I'm more. Austin. I think our low is 9 and our high is 12. I just don't feel like us losing Parsons really affects us that much in the regular season. I think if we take this team without us upgrading it somehow, if we take this team into the playoffs, it's going to have a severe hole at pass rushing. Notre Dame has the running back. See, they do. I won the Heisman with Love. You know what? Ansar asked me, how do I feel about Shotty so far? It starts tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. I mean, I like what I've heard from him. Uh-oh. Was our overall always 85? How long will it take Shotty's offense to impress us? I think, Chris, I think our offense is going to be Dak Prescott. So it's going to look very similar to what it's always looked like. Um, we can judge shoddy on the run game and how the running backs are eating, and hopefully if we see Javonta like getting hard yards and Dak throwing the ball well, we got a good chance of winning. Do I think Diggs is a goner after season? See, that. See, that's the thing, JD. Micah could have win. Okay, I'm not team Micah. Micah's this. I'm not talking all that, but I would have much rather replaced Diggs than Micah. Diggs is a different type of corner, and we need a different type of corner than Diggs. It was like Diggs was a fresh breath of fresh air when we got Diggs because we couldn't get no turnovers. And now he's really good at turnovers. But now we just signed another guy on the other end, other side that's really good at turnovers. So now we need to come like a lockdown corner, that is up in the wide receiver's jersey. I can't wait to see Jadon Blue, anybody. You heard of Marty Ball? Now it's Brian Ball. I like Brian Ball. I like that. The offensive line scares me, Austin, if we have to depend on the passing game. If we have to depend on the passing game, the offensive line will get us murdered. But if we run the ball well, play action, and Dak gets the ball out of his hand, all that kind of stuff happens, then we'll be fine. I'm playing in the wrong place. Hold on. Let's redo this thing. Diggs is used, and that's a fear of mine. I'm glad you said it and not me, but that's what Jizzy says. Diggs is useless without pressure. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's the one thing we started being forced by the organization to focus on Micah's sacks in the playoffs and all that kind of stuff, and the sacks. What the Dallas Cowboys were with the Marcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, they were pressure. They were pressure. It was pressure. They may not gotten to you every play. Some games they didn't even get to you, but they pressured you to death. And we always led the league or was up to the top of the leagues in pressure. So if we don't have that, I'm glad y'all brought this up. If we don't put that pressure on quarterbacks with these corners, they're gonna pick us apart. Thank you, Ahmed. I'm doing well. The family's well. Everything's well. Thank you. We'll say something. Just a re-up. Like, hey, in the Madden League, Delroy, in the Madden League, we do age reversal. So you can either pick to have a captain on offense or defense, or you can like take one player and take him back 10 years. And that's what I would love to do with Martin. Take Martin back 10 years and start with the young Martin. That would be great. You're more concerned about our run defense against Saquon. Saquon's going to get what Saquon's going to get. I mean, yeah, Saquon's going to get what Saquon's get. Who said Blue isn't gonna get playtime tomorrow? Because I got him starting my fantasy. They have Sanders and Javonte ahead of him in the depth chart, but I think Blue is the third down back. But no, that's Sanders too. And you know what? Sanders is gonna want to play tomorrow. That would be pretty bad if Sanders didn't. Man, I want to see Blue. Generating pressure, Delroy. Clark Kent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But again, Ansar, with the Cooper trade, it pretty much was timing and compensation on that same thing too. I don't think we cared about Amari. I don't think none of us was like Amari Cooper. No, I loved him so much. You know what I'm saying? But like we were like, that's it. That's all we got for Amari Cooper. Why'd you trade him? If it was just this. Yeah, Clark's fine. I mean, his job he can do until he gets old. He's a defensive tackle. I think Clark is fine. That they were doing the same thing to discredit him, saying, "Oh, he only got 1 sack last year." That ain't his job. Mike only got 1 sack in the playoffs. He got a lot in the season, and he pressured the heck out of you. Why are you they find the one just to tear a player down, they find one little thing and they'll push it. And I'm like, Clark is not a pass rusher. He's a defensive, he's the type of defensive tackle that we need. Shoot. Be like Calais Campbell. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Clark can play at least a few more years. But trust me, when he's retired, or when he's washed, Micah would still be one of the best pass rushers in the league. Score predictions. I like that. Shango, you got 33-30. I like that score. I'm going to go 35-31. Shango's going 35-31. Want me to type it in? Should I type it in? So it goes on there. Hold on. There we go. Finally. 35, 31. Dallas. Misspelled Dallas. Bam. Who was injured last year? I'm really, really ready to see Javonte, y'all. I mean, that's the one I'm hanging my hat on. It's going to make us look very good tomorrow. I'm very interested to see Javonte because I think Javonte is he's going to be the type of fierceness that Philadelphia hadn't seen in a while from us. He's gonna try to run through them. Hey, that'd be look, dude. To replace Micah with Abdul Carter would be beautiful. Javonte is a good addition, man. If y'all see Javonte before, if y'all see his highlights, if you see him before he busted out his knee, he was ridiculously good. He was headed to being one of the best running backs in the league, good. But then when he busted his knee, he came back and he doesn't look bad. It takes a year for you to fully come back. So exactly, anybody, he's 2 years recovered from the ACL. So he's ready. Come on, Sam. Where's Micah? Hold on. I can't play with Micah. I thought he was already off the team. Who's starting instead of Micah? Fowler? It's Raku. That's Raku. All right. So, all right, I'm ready. There's no Michael. We got Leah Fowl. Kenneth Murray is going to be. Overshown's got to go too. He's not going to be there tomorrow. Who's playing instead of Overshown? Is that Marist? No. Clark. Who do you think who's gonna start? Who's gonna start on linebackers tomorrow? Do y'all know? I'm trying to start them right here. Is it gonna be Clark or is it gonna be Sanborn? I know Sanborn had a real good practice. And what about James Houston? That's who I was talking about that needs to be a dog. Anybody? I was kind of looking at Ezraku that he needs to be like a phenom, kind of like um, Micah was. Who knows our start who's our three starting linebackers tomorrow? Clark. That's what I thought. Diggs, Bland. What's the word? What's the word on Revel too? What's anybody? What's the last hit we all heard? Hooker. Yeah, Leah Fowl is starting. Yep, that's what I got here. Leah Fowl, Kenneth, and Clark. I hadn't looked at our team yet with man. Let me look at this. I know Dak. They tore Dak up this year with, and I mean he's better than an 84. Milton, that 99 throw, it's nice. There's Javonte. Now he didn't. They wasn't nice to him. They were nice to Blue, 93 speed. Hunter Lipke got a new contract. Y'all heard that? Who's out for the year? Not Overshawn. Overshawn's gonna be back. Yeah, LVE retired 2 years ago. Who's out for the year, Jim Hunter? If he is more of a physical freak than Parsons, can he stop the run? All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna do some more work on setting this stuff up. This looks good so far. So I might come back on a little later. I know y'all will be asleep or whatever, just to test out the other cameras or whatever for tomorrow. Or I might do that first thing in the morning. I'll do that early in the morning. I'm at a good stopping point. I literally took everything apart and put it right back together like an hour ago, and now I'm good. All right, guys. I will be on all day tomorrow. Like, I yelled at everybody in the family to leave me alone because they bothered me all day and I couldn't get anything done. So I yelled at my wife, and then my wife yelled at everybody else. I can't yell at everybody. But she said, leave my husband alone. Tomorrow, he's going to be working on his Cowboys. He's got a game. Blah, 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 blah. So she was a very good wife. Take care of her hubby. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. And, hey, we get what we get. Again, my prediction is we're either going to win a close one or we're going to get blown out, because we're not going to have a good first half, because we don't. And we'll either come back in the second half or get blown completely out. And that's it.